Let's take a look at the digital storytelling process using PhotoStory3. This is a very intuitive tool, and the steps involved make creating digital stories easy. Your first step is to choose what you want to do. In our example, we will create a new story, so we leave the default option chosen. Your first step is to import the pictures you want to include in your story. We click the Import Pictures button. The next step involves finding the pictures on your hard drive. Having the pictures pre-saved into a special folder makes the process of importing nice and easy, as you can highlight and import them all in one batch. If the pictures were not imported in the order that you want them in the movie, you can now drag and drop individual images in the timeline. To the right, you also have arrows that lets you move individual frames to the left or right. The Remove Black Borders button lets you ask PhotoStory to automatically remove black borders on your images. Removing the black borders can be done individually or in batch. When using the Yes to All option, you let PhotoStory change the formatting as it thinks best. Here, I'm gonna let PhotoStory do the dirty job for me. The Edit button under the Preview image brings up a window with 3 tabs. Add Effect lets you choose from a number of different effects that can be applied to the image. I chose Sepia in this example. The Autofix lets PhotoStory fix things automatically, so you don't have to think much about things like correcting images before you import them. I chose to correct the contrast here to make the framework stand out a little bit more from the background. If you want to rotate your images, you can do so in the Rotate tab. This means that you don't even have to bring in your images straight as you import them. You can do it all in PhotoStory. Once you've come this far, once you've done this much, it's nice to save the project, just in case. Clicking the option Correct Color Levels will let you have PhotoStory change color values in the image as it seems fit. In our example, it changed the color to darker bluish, perhaps a little bit cool colors. Clicking next, you get to the window where we have a text input field. The text field is for you to add text to the images with ease. However, the placement options are a little bit limited, as it only allows for certain positioning, such as upper, middle, lower, and left corner or right positions. There are a lot of different type or font choices though. Clicking the next button again, you now have the ability to narrate your images. There's a text field under the recording box that lets you type in the text in preparation for recording. Clicking on the Preview button, you can now preview and listen to the recording and see the frame and what it would look like. The Customize Motion option lets you add animation to your images to make them more interactive. The Motion and Transition tab lets you change the way motion is applied and how long you want it to last. You can also let PhotoStory take care of the process for you and do it automatically. The Transition tab gives you plenty of options to choose from when it comes to transition between individual images in the timeline. The Preview button lets you experiment with ease before committing. PhotoStory is fantastic as it lets you add royalty-free music to the story if you want. There are lots of options as well. Click on Create Music. Here you can choose between different genre, style and bands. You can change the mood, tempo and intensity and play before you commit. The music is added to the entire movie unless you choose to apply it only to individual images such as the beginning and the end of the movie. If you do add music to the slides you have narrated as well, it's a good idea to bring down the volume low. Click the Preview button to listen and see your movie in action. You are also able to import your own music file to PhotoStory using Select Music. The next button brings us to the final steps of saving the story as a movie. Choosing from the options, you can save it to your hard drive, to a mobile device, you can email it, and more. Specify the location using the Browse button. Now save your project again. This is really important to do before you ask PhotoStory to convert it into the output format. Once you have clicked the Save Project button, click Next and the conversion begins. PhotoStory makes digital storytelling really easy. Now locate your file where you saved it and play it. Upload it to YouTube, email it, or share it through your social networks. Have fun with it.